To answer that question as simple as possible, I'm gonna let my dad take over. We're gonna do our best to make that fight happen. I understand he's coming off a long layoff, and he wants to make sure that he's fully prepared for someone like Showtime Shawn Porter. We'll do our best to respect that and do our best to give him the time that he needs, but with the understanding that we want to fight you and making that fight happen. Other than that, I'm gonna do what I always do: get back to training, and whoever they tell me to fight, that's who I'm gonna fight. Even with Adrian Granados, not a lot of people knew Adrian Granados, but we came here and we both put on a fantastic performance. I just landed more cleaner, harder shots than him.
Shawn Porter.
Well, as far as that's concerned, he already fought a title eliminator here in this building and beat Andre Berger. And he fought another title eliminator tonight. I don't know a lot of fighters that would do that, especially this day and age. They had done it back in the days, but not here in this day and age. He shouldn't have to do that again. He shouldn't have to go through anything like that again. What he put himself through tonight shows that not just the physical part of it, but the mental part of it that it takes for him to push through something like that. He's deserving of the fight with Keith Thurman. So we will allow him to. We respect him as champion and respect the fact that he was out with an injury as well. We'll allow him to sort that out the best way him and his handlers deem necessary, fight who they feel that they should fight. I understand his thought process not wanting to come back and fight a top fighter at this point. Let him do that, and then when the dust clears, we'll be there waiting. We're just going to work on other things like our right hand and both legs. And the mental sharpness will maintain that as well. So, but we'll be waiting when he's done. We won't fight anybody else until he's ready to fight.
Shawn over here. Great. Congratulations, Kenny, you too. Shawn, one of the things you had said leading up to this fight was that you knew that Granados had a handful of losses, but all of them had been by split decision, majority decision. You talked about wanting to be the first guy to hang a real authoritative, clean cut, no doubt about it, loss to this guy. Can you talk about your sense of satisfaction in being the first one to do that against a guy that obviously is a good fighter, but not with you tonight?
You know what? I came in here prepared to knock him out, and I hit him with some pretty hard shots, some things that I thought I might see him, come a little bit off of his feet off of, and that never happened. So I'm not questioning my power, my abilities, or anything like that. I'm taking my hat off to him. My dad even screamed one of the earlier rounds. He said, "Go to the body. He knows how hard his head is." And I heard that, I understood that, and I definitely think I should have went to the body a lot more throughout the fight. But neither here nor there. It feels good to get another great win in front of an exciting crowd, and just I feel blessed to be able to do what I do as always.
And have done so with no questions. Like, he can't say it was a majority decision. He can't say
Yeah, I heard him, when I was getting out of the ring, saying that he was robbed, and I've never been on that side of the fence. I've never beat someone and they said, I got robbed by you. So that was a little bit of a surprise to me. I got some surprises tonight. I got a little bit of an injury and something I never heard before. But we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling, and I'm sure he will too. But we're gonna keep it moving past him. I beat him decisively, unlike any other fighter out here, and wish him the best.
Which hand was it? I missed that.
It's my left hand. Yeah. I'm not gonna keep saying it though. Nah, I don't want nobody taking notes.
I don't know if anybody picked up his strategy early, but his strategy early in the fight was to get Shawn to come to the inside so that he could use his head. His strategy was to open up Shawn's previous cuts from the last fight. That was his strategy, and that's the reason why I constantly yelled at Shawn to stay outside. And early in the fight, he told Shawn, "Come to me," because he knew if their heads were close and there was an incidental clash, that Shawn's eye might open up and that would give him a chance to win the fight. And that was his strategy. I'm able to, going into my 28th year, I'm able to be able to decipher exactly what somebody's doing at this point, which was the exact same thing happened with Berto after the first round. And I seen redness over Shawn's eyes. I said, shit, he's gonna use his head. Well, when two guys are 5'7" and they're both coming forward and they have the same physical build, it's not hard for those heads to collide, and it's not very hard for a guy like him to just put his head here. So this is a part of boxing. I understand that, and this is something he's going to have to deal with. But he was able to fight on the outside and be successful doing so. Good job.
Good evening, Shawn. Nice to see you again. I'm Gareth Davis from the Telegraph and TalkSport in the UK. I just want to ask you. We know you're an alpha male, and you're very competitive as a man, but you're a gentleman as a fighter. How much does it eat at you about wanting to get back in there with Thurman? Do you think about it every day? Do you wake up thinking about it? How do you feel?
I tell you what, it was eating at me that I couldn't finish this fight the way I wanted to. When the bell rung, everyone, the corner, everyone in the crowd knew that I wanted to fight. But I couldn't smile because I wasn't able to finish the fight the way I wanted to. That really, really bugged me. Really bugged me. I've never had to, like my dad said, fight through anything like that, and so I was just so, grimy about not being able to finish the fight the way I wanted to. And that's the competitive spirit in me, Before we get to the back room, I'm already asking my dad, how do you think I did? And my dad looked at me, he said, Shawn. I said, I can't turn it off, So that's the competitive spirit in me. Same thing goes with Keith Thurman. I use a lot of imagery, So a lot of times I'm either on the track, thinking about what I should have done or what I could do, or what's going to happen next time, things like that. But it's not always just Keith Thurman. But right now it is a majority of what I do is geared around fighting Keith Thurman again and beating him.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I'm not, to answer your question, I'm not stressing about it. I'm not stressing about it. I'm not completely, heartbroken that I haven't been able to fight him yet.
Yeah, Shawn. Danny Garcia's also got a loss to Keith Thurman earlier this year, and you've been vocal about wanting to fight Danny Garcia. I don't know the extent of your hand injury and how long it might keep you out, but
maybe just to get him in the ring with me.
Oh.
Maybe this will. Those are really the two names that I've been wanting to get at for a long time. Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, big names, on both sides, big fights all the way around. It's great for our careers, and definitely another fight that I would love to have. Like my dad said, we're gonna wait for Keith Thurman to say what's going on. And but moving past Keith Thurman, I think the only other guy out there I would want to fight is Danny Garcia. Sorry to cut you off too, but yeah, I knew where you was going. So.
Right here in the back.
Right here. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Can you detail or explain your relationship with Errol Spence? Because it seems as though in media and your interviews you've been reluctant to talk about you fighting him. Are you and him close?
I'm not reluctant to talk about fighting Errol Spence. I just feel like right now with him being an IBF champion and, me being, 3 years past that now, that, to me he is not irrelevant, but he's just like on the other side right now. I'm going for the WBC title. This green title is something that I'm really passionate about, and that's why I continue to move forward past that. I'll tell you how close we are. I just got his number back in August. I hadn't had his number before August, and that was because he wanted to connect and play basketball when he came to Las Vegas. So I made that happen for him. But outside of that, I don't text him. He doesn't call me or anything like that. But when we see each other, as always, with every fighter, be respectful and cordial with one another. But it's not a relationship where we talk all the time or anything like that. My dad and I, we went over to England to support him, hoping he would bring that belt back here to the States, and he did that. I'm happy for him. But when it comes to me fighting Errol Spence, I think that's just a matter of time as opposed to, me shying away from it.
Shawn, Chris Connor from Last Call. Congratulations on a great fight.
Thank you.
Worst case scenario, Garcia says no. Yeah, Thurman doesn't want to fight until maybe after the Spence fight. What's plan B? I mean, what do you guys have in mind if they say, well, we'll fight you, but in 9 months, 10 months, Is there anybody else you have in mind besides those two? Would you go up to 154 for a big fight?
We fought in April, and we told them we wanted to fight again before the end of the year. And neither of those guys were ready or willing. And we found Adrian Granados. So, I mean, I guess maybe worst case scenario, we'll do our best to find another good fighter out there to go up against. But, you know, as always, my dad handles, you know, that side.
There's really no reason to fight anybody else, contrary to what, I mean, 1 + 1 = 2. We just fought 2 title eliminators. We're fighting 2 title eliminators. As far as the IBF champion is concerned, Errol Spence, why would we be fighting all these title eliminators if we was trying to get to him? We're not even rated by the IBF. Okay, so there's absolutely no reason for us to go that way. Eventually, I fully expect Shawn to fight Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, and the kid that's moving up, Terrence Bud Crawford. I fully expect that. But reality speaking, we just put everything on the line again for the WBC. So there's absolutely no reason to go anywhere else or to fight anyone else but him. Plus we got a little hand injury, we gotta let that heal. So while we're letting that heal, we continue to work, you know, but while we're letting that heal, and they're doing whatever they're doing when that smoke clears, we fought for the right to be there twice now. Okay, we fought for the right to be there twice. We didn't fight anybody in the IBF. We're not rated by the IBF. We don't have any intentions of going that direction. You know, we can fight, but you know, we've put the work in and we've earned the right. He has earned the right to fight Keith Thurman.
How are you, Shawn?
Good.
Happy belated birthday. How old did you turn the other day?
Just turned 30, man.
How does it feel?
Been doing this a long time.
It feels like you're a veteran now. You've been in some big fights.
Yeah.
How mature do you feel as a boxer now? Now you're 30 years old. You're not a young buck anymore. How does it make you feel that you've been in the ring with the best and are still looking for the best?
It feels great. You know, it feels great. I think I'm in a very blessed position right now. Okay. I think I'm, you know, doing my best to do all the right things, and then, you know, whether you guys like it or not, my dad is right next to me making sure I do all those right things, you know. Yeah, I mean, if y'all want to give him a hand clap, I would love that. My dad. Not to pat myself on the back, because I don't need that. All I need to be is his dad. When this boxing thing is over, I'll still be his dad. Nobody's interviewing, nobody's taking pictures.